Welcome back, Captains and Admirals, to another video with a funny muffler. Today, we're on Repose and we're on Domination. So we're using the mains today, so it's not really about the mains, it's more about the match. And, as the title is going to say, when it's your turn to look after the potatoes. So, today is going to be a very difficult fight. Very stressful fight. You know, and it's one of those games where, personally, I think I played really well. But you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. But guys, while I have your attention, if you are new here, please hit the subscribe button. If you're enjoying the content, and if you do like the video so far, you know, obviously watch the rest of the video if you guys want, but if you do like the content, leave it a like. Leave a comment, and like I said guys, if you don't enjoy the video, please leave a dislike and I'll know then for future what kind of content you guys do and don't like, and you know, feel free to leave comments as well. So it's the mains, it's the collector's edition, so all that means is the ship is preserved in the estate they originally appeared in game. So they're making new variations, so like you've got the Wichita CE and the Wichita. You've got the main CE, so there will eventually be a mains. So I don't think there's going to be huge changes, but just something to make them a bit more fair. But yeah, so mains. I made a video about it before, you know, modest guns, just tough, extended sonar, very respectable amount of hit points, 42,500. She's got a pretty good reload, 6 seconds. She's got 4 triple 150mm, and she's an absolute HE horse. AP isn't bad either, 10.5% fire setting chance. I believe we are using... we're using Muller. But yeah, like I said, it's not about the ship. I am running the new emergency bell though. I do quite like emergency bell. So let me know if you guys like it. I think it's quite a pretty effective skill. Definitely increases your life during the later parts of the match if you can survive that long. And Pat, what are you doing? Thank you. Disrupting the video. Selfish cat. So yeah. So the start of the match, I thought, yeah, it's going well. Teams seem fairly even. You know, I got Citadel there. No, it was unfortunate, but it's not going to bother me too much. You know, we'll come back from it. But yeah, I did use my DC there because I hate having a gun disabled. It really irks me. But sitting up in the back, I thought, yeah, we'll rain some fire on him and we'll burn him down. As you do with any Russian battleship. You just burn them down. Yeah, I wasn't very happy with our CV player. He did just back up into the corner. And the thing is, yes, you're keeping yourself safe for longer as a CV player doing that. But if you're effectively extending your quote-unquote reload or restoration time for your planes, because as your planes fly out, do their bombs or torpedo runs, they've then got to fly back to be rearmed, and the further you are away, the longer it takes. So obviously you want to stay at the back or out of sight, but don't hug the border, don't try and escape back to port. Just you're just doing yourself a disservice, and you're not helping your team either, because you're just reducing your potential damage output as well. So we lost our first allied ship of cruise, and I thought, nah, fine, we can come back from this. You know, team are fairly well dispersed. At this moment, I saw the CV backing up, and I was like, oh no, this is not going to go well. It's not so much the air support we need, it's just the spotting as well. You know, spotting is very important. he wasn't really countering the enemy CV either. He wasn't dropping any fighters in decent places. So I was trying to use my AA and my catapult fighters to cover some of my allies. Trying to cover this battleship next to me here. So they've lost a cruiser, we've lost another cruiser. I thought, yeah, we're still fairly even. They're one ship ahead. You know, what's the worst that can happen? Oh boy. I didn't realize when it happened in the match, but watching it back, and I don't know, it's just like the team started to completely disintegrate. So we're fighting on the Kratchy there. We lose our Witchy to Alabama. Really unfortunate. So they're now 2 ships ahead. And the Wichita's quite a strong ship. Even if it wasn't the collector's edition, it's still a good ship. So it's still very potent. So it was quite a large, you know, kick in the nuts for our team. So Synop's trying to be all sneaky, hiding behind the island, and I was just, you know, I'm not having this. You're having some fires, damn it. Use your DCs up. Yeah, I'm just trying to look for a decent target and just trying to reduce the enemy's effectiveness. Reduce how many guns they have in play. So I found the Synop, and then I realised, oh, Loyang spotted. Better start blasting. And I was hoping that the CV would come in, start harassing him. But Loyang does start deploying his smoke. But even if a destroyer does deploy their smoke, drop a fighter over them, or you've got torpedo bombers, fire torpedoes into the smoke, there's a good chance you're either going to hit them or you're going to force them out of their smoke, which is what you want. So, lost one of our battleships there. They've lost 2 battleships now, so they're only 1 ship ahead. Doesn't seem too bad at the moment. But it just seems that for every ship we destroy, we lose one. And it's just incredibly disheartening, because I'm like, come on guys, you know, we're pushing them, we're doing really well. And then Carolina goes down to the New Orleans. New Orleans burns him down. Yeah, Saipan spotted. I thought, right, good chance now, start focusing him. And New Orleans hits me. So now they've got a considerable advantage over us. They've destroyed 5 of our ships, and we've destroyed 3 of theirs. You know, and I was hoping the CV would have gone for the New Orleans, but he just ignored him. Didn't go for him. You know, he's nearly dead. He could have just come over with some bombers, or even if you just set him on fire, most likely probably would have destroyed him. But yeah, there was very minimal teamwork, and there wasn't much team cohesion. Whereas their team is fairly clustered together now. You've got a cruiser, 2 battleships, and a destroyer to our right. It's me and this Reichelu. Our destroyer's moving away. Our carriers trying to go back to port. Their carriers moved in to keep A secured. He's sending planes out. He's being proactive. And at this moment, I thought I'm gonna have to try and do something drastic. So I thought, right, if I can be aggressive now, I wanted to take out the Synop and try and torp the Reichelu. And there's a cruiser as well that you can see. I was hoping to try and nail the cruiser. I do get Citadel here, which is a massive, massive downer for me. I was hoping to get some sneaky overbends, but it was not to be. So, here comes the Reichie. I get some torps away. Up my heel. Synop burns down. So there's a smoke ahead of us. I do believe it's the destroyer. And I was like, I totally screwed you. So I just thought, I'll go broadside and I'll just get my torps away. And I'll just try and set some fires. And we do take the Reichie down. He goes down, we get a high caliber, we get a high caliber and a flesh wound, and our Reishi's got no support. Our destroyers just buzzed off. He's slowly just getting chipped away and chipped away. Now we've got the cruiser and the Loyang there. The enemy carrier is currently harassing our destroyer. Our destroyer's not looking too good. So C-23. Saipan gets a banging hit on him and he's just on a slither now. Big little Saipan, he hasn't got any secondary, so I was hoping he'd get in close. You know, and because if our carrier was a bit closer, our carrier could have moved in to engage the Saipan, you know, done a secondary exchange with him and just provide an AA net as well. So as his planes are taking off, they're already under AA fire. Karga's got secondaries, Saipan doesn't. So if they're just going to sit in the secondary war, the Saipan's going to lose because it doesn't have any, and it's just eventually either going to get burnt down or just whittled away. Yes, he is obviously going into Saipan's AA net, but we were just really desperate to try and get as much damage as we could. So Raishi's trying to chase the DD. You know, it didn't matter. Loyang had him over the barrel. You know, and it's just some team cohesion, you know. Carriers playing more proactively. I'm a carrier main, and it's so frustrating. You know, be more proactive, support your teammates, don't go damage hunting, you know, don't try and, you know, try and do things that you know you can accomplish. You know, I know people look at his kill ceiling, but if it's low health ships, finish them off, take them out. You know, a lot of pressure on their DDs. If you've got pressure on their DDs, the DDs aren't going to be as effective. Now look at the Saipan. The Saipan's all over this C-23. You know, yeah, he's getting misses on him, but you throw enough shit at the wall and some of it's going to stick. No. The Saipan's got a really good torpedo bomber, so he's just chucking torpedoes in the water in a big spread. And I think the Z's going to sail into that one, actually, is he? Come on, dude, don't sail into it. Please dodge that. We got the Loyang and the cruiser, so it's just a matter of time for that Z gets picked off. Saipan's withdrawing now, which it is the right thing to do. Karga's coming in with his torpedo bombers. Just under a lot of AA fire. Those back two aren't going to hit. One hit. Saipan takes out our Z-23. Saipan's limping away. It's all about the turnaround time for the aircraft is so ridiculous. And he's a Karga, he shouldn't be deplaned. You know, as long as he's reasonably competent and has an awareness of his planes and, you know, how much stock he has on his ship, you know, the replenishment time, and as long as he's not throwing his planes away. You don't want to throw your planes away into huge AA nets of, like, you know, multiple battleships or, you know, a CV and a couple of cruisers, or, you know, even certain DDs, you know, Ostrogothland, Friesland, you know, yes, they are DDs and they are a nightmare, but they're only, the Friesland's only really going to bother you, not too much of your other team, unless it's a destroyer. You know, cruisers and battleships won't take too much heat from the Friesland unless it's sat in a smoke screen. And if it is sat in a smoke screen, just drop your torps earlier, you know, and just leave the torps enter the smoke screen. Because obviously the closer you go to ships, you know, the AA fire is going to become more and more intense. You know, the cannons are going to start engaging. I think usually the flak has the longest range. The closer you get like the auto cannons and everything engaging, the machine guns. You know, the dual purpose artillery will obviously be engaged as well. But yeah, it was a really disheartening game. A couple of our team did play quite well though. I'm top. The Wichita didn't do bad. But, you know, our CV didn't play very well. And the enemy team just played better, personally. But if you did like what you saw, guys, and, you know, if you agree with me that there needs to be more team cohesion, damn it, you know, drop a like, leave a comment, and if you didn't like this video, feel free to dislike. And if you are new here, like I said earlier, please subscribe, it really helps. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will catch you out on the fair seas. Take care, Captains and Admirals.